Welcome to the Level 1 Lounge. Grab your controllers and get ready for our uneducated take on anything and everything gaming. Tonight we have a returning podcaster from the In My House Wrestling podcast. We've got Monster Hospital. And as well, we got the two usual suspects. We've got Agent Maverick 86 and myself, Ryder Pride 69, who will be your host for tonight. So, we've got a special episode for you guys. Tonight we are going to be reacting to the ID at Xbox showcase that went live earlier this afternoon. This afternoon being Monday, April 29th, as of the time of this recording. So let's strap yourselves in and let's go ahead and take a first look at the next wave of upcoming games from indie developers. So Maverick, if you would get us started, please.
ID at Xbox is finally here. IGN and Xbox teamed up to bring you an exclusive look at some of the most exciting upcoming indie games in a showcase jam-packed with new trailers,
we saw Palworld,
and more.
Of course. Yeah.
Followed by a special episode of IGN's weekly Xbox show, Podcasts Unlocked.
What's happening, friends? Welcome to Podcast Unlocked.
With deeper dives on some of the coolest games. And you won't have to miss a second of it because the 2024 ID at Xbox Showcase kicks off.
I'm kind of glad that they're doing some of these indie developer games because there's been a lot of concern with indie games going to Xbox because they just haven't been selling enough systems. So there's been some concern there. So
yeah,
kind of glad that it's not completely true. I would expect a lot of these to be digital only, though, of course. But I guess that's common for indie anyways.
What's an action-adventure game without double jump? Game doesn't have double jump? Unplayable. It's almost got a bit of like a Risk of Rain feel to it. Like Risk of Rain mixed with something else, I'm not too sure. I mean, big swords, button mashing combos. I'm already interested.
Yeah, this looks like a lot of fun.
Defeat the Golem King. Astor.
Oh, that's coming up pretty quick.
His blade's a monolith. I see. I get it.
But that doesn't look like it's going to Game Pass, so.
Hello and welcome to the 2024 ID at Xbox Showcase live on IGN. We just kicked things off with a brand new look at Astor, Blade of the Monolith.
It's just the first of many awesome games we'll be checking out today. We're going to be showing off a ton of great indies that will be making their way to Xbox and PC in the near future.
We'll be revealing some never-before-seen games, plus taking closer looks at some of the most anticipated upcoming releases, and doing a few live Let's Plays so you can see these games in action. And when is all this happening exactly? Oh, that's the best part, Damon. It's happening right now!
Here's 33.
It's happening 4 hours ago!
God damn it.
I mean, what's a showcase without the cheesy one-liners, right?
Right.
33 Immortals is a 33-player co-op action roguelike game.
33. Oh, didn't they mention this one?
Yeah.
One of the showcases last time?
Your goal is to fight and survive together.
I don't know if we got a release date for the last one though, so I think we might probably maybe we'll get one now.
PC just finished alpha.
Heal each other.
Come on, console beta.
Fight together.
What was the reveal of this one? Summer Games Fest?
Yep.
You're captured, you will die.
Only together will you eventually unlock the Ascension battle.
It's like a mass multiplayer Hades. Like, I'm down.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah. Like Hades and Diablo had a baby.
The first rule to success: bring with you as many players as possible. Lucifer is Inferno's big boss, and he is brutal.
Okay, so there's
fighting together is
telegraphed
the key to defeating
moves.
Lucifer. If there are 33 of you, that will give you the best chance at victory. But don't despair if there are fewer. Fortune favors the bold. Second, avoid his deadly attacks. Frozen Hate, Last Betrayal, and Eternal Sorrow will deal unavoidable
Don't get hit by the
unwarrantable
boss.
damage if
Thanks,
you're
tips.
caught in the area of effect. Third, know your weapons. Take advantage of each player's unique skills and weapons to tackle Lucifer's formidable challenges.
Man,
whether they're his
these
own attacks
these
or
fights
those
would
done
be
by his minions.
long too, by the looks of things.
Finally, and perhaps
Well, I
most
mean, with
importantly,
having
stick
33
together
players,
and cooperate.
it would kind of would
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
Use your co-op powers wisely. Your group's collective strength is essential to defeating our powerful boss
Like, have
and
lots of
unlocking
people.
access
Have
to the
all
next
33.
region, which will not only feature tougher enemies, but also tougher bosses. More to come on those new regions and bosses real soon.
Oh, closed beta. Okay.
All right. Sign up for that ASAP.
That was 33 Immortals, an action roguelite that lets you squad up with 32 friends. Finally, a co-op
That one
game
is
for
Game
popular
Pass,
people
I
like me
believe.
that have exactly 32
I
friends.
believe
It's
so.
weird that you counted, but I'm happy for you, I guess.
It sounds like I'm about to have 31 friends, Kim. Hey guys, come on, we're all pals here, and you know where else you'll find some
Jesus
pals?
Christ.
Well, yeah, so much for the surprise. Anyway, here's what's next for Palworld.
That was really corny. I still need to give this one a go.
Apparently the novelty wears off pretty quickly from what I've heard.
But there's new pals, Ryder.
Man, their art department is doing the damn thing. Like, they're making better Pokemon than Pokemon. That's right, 4 new pals.
And an overgrown Pikachu with a chain gun.
Boom. All right.
You had me at overgrown Pikachu.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Top-down sniper elite or something?
Don't slice anyone's throats in Sniper Elite, are you?
Oh yeah, there's assassinations in Sniper Elite.
Oh no, I don't play Sniper Elite.
Oh, great games. Oh yeah, gotta hide the bodies.
Oh,
I'm a Metal Gear man.
Okay.
So.
that almost reminds me too a little bit of Mercenaries. Just a little. Blowing up buildings and stuff.
Play it on Game Pass.
Today. Oh wait, not quite.
The Watcher?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Hack the publisher. It's like something like from the old Sierra games.
He really did lose his marbles. This one looks twisted.
Put your hand in that trap. Do it.
Yeah, this one definitely looks nightmare-inducing.
That's okay, I didn't need to sleep tonight.
Okay, well, that was
All right.
that was a thing.
Hello, little bird. Goodbye, Velvet Cove. I'll soon be flying away too.
Don't nod. They've been doing quite a bit lately, haven't they?
It's like back to their roots on this one.
Oh, hey, look at that. I already got the invite for 33 Immortals.
Rude.
This looks like one of those games where it's like all FMVs.
This is Swan Holloway. And if you find this video, it's because I'm dead.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I imagine
know.
a lot like Life is Strange. I think this has been talked about before that game. Wow.
It's like Final Fantasy Tactics meets Celeste.
Yeah.
A juke bot.
Tactic games are kind of starting to make a comeback, aren't they?
There's
I
always
don't know about making a
People love
comeback,
them.
but they have their
a
place.
small audience.
Keylocker. Turn-based cyberpunk.
None of these are confirmed for Game Pass yet either. I can't help but
We
notice
just
that.
got a tease of what's
Commandos
coming to
was.
Palworld, and we got brand
Immortals
new looks
is.
at Commandos Origins, Centum Lost Record, Bloom and Rage, and Keylocker right here on ID at Xbox, live on IGN.
We're only just getting started here, and we have a ton more indie game trailers and gameplay to check out. But be sure to stick around after for a live episode of IGN's weekly Xbox show, Podcast Unlocked.
But right now, we need to take a quick break. Stick around. ID at
What?
Xbox continues after this.
Well, it's a good thing. We could probably skip that.
ID at Xbox is presented by Xfinity. Stay ahead of the game with Xfinity.
Gonna move your
Unbelievable story.
No one is just black and white.
From revealing the secrets behind your favorite franchises to solving a legendary video game mystery
at IGN.com.
Yeah, cool.
And do you like exciting world premieres that you've never
Sure.
seen before until now? Well, coming up, yeah.
commercials in my showcase.
If you
Man.
answered yes to any or all of those questions, coming up, there's a bunch of games
just for you.
No. No.
These hosts are gonna drive Monster insane.
Man.
I can't blame them. Like, it's so cheesy.
Mod Nation Racers is back, y'all. I feel like a lot of people want to make kart racers, and they all just bend the knee to the king.
Let me guess. Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with Crash. Crash Team Racing is a blast.
I think this is a battle royale racer.
Yeah. It didn't look like it, right? That many people.
Yeah.
Which cool.
I mean, F-Zero 99 was actually kind of fun for a bit.
What was that battle royale one with obstacle courses? I'm blanking on that right now.
Fall Guys?
Fall Guys, yeah.
Kind of gives me a Fall Guys feel.
Stampede Racing Royale.
Play the game preview. Or don't, and we won't put it out.
These make a game just for adults. You mean like Jackbox Party Pack Adult Edition?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the over-under on how many Twitch streamers get banned for playing it?
I want to say over 30.
Oh! Called it!
Yeah, it's kind of hard. You can't really... What can you show of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Times and galaxy, a solar system to explore. Times and galaxy, arts, politics, and more. From every planet to meteor, space is a lonely void. We've got
goddamn banger.
from the trash heaps of og to places undiscovered. Meet gravity and copybot. Let Arwen be your guide. Yara Scoop and Billy Scoop. So please won't you
Monster's gonna play this just for the music.
If I just load up the start menu and this is the song, I'll just leave that loop.
Monster driving around the streets with his windows down, this cranking out on Spotify.
That unfortunate son.
Yeah. I like
That
the
one
Saturday
does
morning cartoon feel.
Yeah, it looks fun actually. Huh, interesting.
It's quite the interesting graphical choice for a first-person shooter. Cross sniffer.
Must
the
be
old
salt
break
rounds.
action double shotgun.
Yeah. Salt rounds on the Ghost.
with a soundtrack that wants to be like Mick Gordon.
It really does. I'll play it. I'll play that.
It's an interesting look, that's for sure.
I think it's like what defines indie now is like our art style has to be this. And money. Mostly money.
Yeah.
You just saw trailers for Stampede, Racing Royale, the Jackbox Naughty Pack, Time and Galaxy, and Sulfur. 4 unique indie flavors that taste great together.
Unless you try and play all 4 of those games at the same time,
God.
which is not the recommended way to enjoy them.
Yeah, we're always looking out for you here at the 2024 ID at Xbox Showcase. It's the least we can do. And now, more indie games.
Indie hosts with indie jokes, I guess. That's They weren't given enough budget for better jokes.
Hi, this is Peter, the head of production at Massive Damage, and I'm going to show you a little bit of our upcoming game, Fera, the Sundered Tribes. If you haven't seen Fera before, it's a combination of co-op monster hunting, open world survival craft, and a tribal
Son of a
colony
bitch, survival
with a
craft.
heavy focus on area mechanics. This is my village here. This is where I manage my tribe. And
This
craft all the
looks
equipment
awesome.
and potions and weapons and food.
Looks good,
all
yeah.
the stuff that we need to survive in Fera. We're out of harm's way here. We
And
live on a
definitely
magical
looks like a
floating island
multiplayer
that's surrounded
too.
by friendly
More
sky whales,
fun
but
with
when I
friends.
go to the underland below, that's when things get a little bit more interesting. The world of Fera is designed to be kind of a jungle gym for our aerial mechanics. You can chain together moves of gliding and tethering to achieve really fast speeds, and it's a lot of fun to see your friends zipping around you, soaring in the air like your fighter jets. But right now, we're on a mission to track down a Groktuk's egg, which we've located here. This is going to involve us fighting a large Groktuk, so you can see a little bit of how combat works. Our combat design also retains that aerial focus, so in addition to physical attacks, our monsters also attack you with elemental bullet hell style barrages, which sort of test your mastery of Fera's.
You know, I've been waiting for a game where you have fun flying around and stuff too
attack their
since
different body
Anthem.
parts, and even saw off craftable trophies mid-combat. But as I mentioned, today I am on a hunt for a Groktuk's egg, so while my friends have him distracted, I'm gonna go find it. When the time is right, I'll be able to hatch the egg, and I'll gain a new addition to my beast menagerie, who I can then bring into the Underland to help me out in all sorts of ways.
I mean,
So
we
that's
don't
a
want
little
to call
snippet
them
of what makes
pals,
up
but
our
you can
game.
bring your
If
pals with
you
you.
like what you see and you want to find out more, give us a wish list and follow us at playfera.com.
You can bring your pals into the world.
That one is going to definitely be played.
I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that one being pretty popular for a bit.
They still make games? This is a thing? Yeah. In. Already in.
Yeah, because it looks like Tetris.
Sorry your feeble brain can't handle it, man. Another banger. Let's get it added to the playlist. I didn't realize Pixel Junk was still making games.
Looks like some kind of like a 4-player co-op puzzle solving.
Yeah. I think that looked neat as hell. I'll play it. It's coming to Game Pass.
I feel in a lot of these games, Will, they just haven't
We
announced
still
it yet.
have a ton more surprises up ahead right here on ID at Xbox and IGN. Can we tease one of them?
Like, make fun of them in rude or mean ways? Like, spread a vicious rumor about them on the playground? I don't know why you want to do that to any of the games here today. None of them have done anything to deserve that. After all, isn't teasing just a less mean version of bullying?
I mean, tease one of the games we're going to show later, as in the show, reveal a part of a surprise, like a clue.
A special
You know
treat
what?
for you, everybody who's
Forget
watching.
it.
You're
It's
about to see
Vampire
a
Survivors.
podcast to
We're
have a
gonna show
conniption
you
on stream.
new stuff coming to the hit game, Vampire Survivors. Does that work for you?
It's like we had to dig you three out from behind your
I'm glad
desk
you
because
worked that
no
out.
one wanted to
Anyways,
do ID at
don't forget to stick
Xbox.
around after the showcase for a very special ID at Xbox post-show edition of Podcast Unlocked, IGN's weekly Xbox show. But first, there's a whole bunch of upcoming indie games coming to Xbox, including one you can play today.
Oh, Shadow Drop.
Hollow Knight Silk Song, y'all.
Oh, this is that Darkest Dungeon lookalike.
Tales of Iron.
Whiskers of Winter.
The darkness. If it returns.
What? Whiskers are coming.
The formidable wardens of the north, hailed vanquishers of the dark wings, feared not. Tirelessly they trained generation after generation, ready for that fateful day when the shadows would reclaim their bloody reign. Alas, we never have as long as we dare hope. As Arlo, son of Eivor, prepare to embark on an epic quest across the vast realms of the northern wastes to purge your lands of the darkness once and for all. But you won't defeat Count Kazak and his dreaded Sky Scorchers alone. Unite the disparate clans of the realm, rebuild Winter's Edge to an all-new glory, and forge the very weapons of legend. Though remember, the stronger the light, the darker the shadow.
I feel like this game's gonna have some kind of Souls-like gameplay to it.
It is the hot notes.
Tales of Iron 2. Whiskers
Oh wait, this is a second one.
Wishlist now.
Yeah,
This would
I
be like
agree.
the new Cuphead.
So you want to hear about Hangry?
I agree with it kind of being looking like
Well, he's a
Souls-like
hunter.
almost.
A loner. Probably out there in the marshes right now trying to work off his debt to Chef Gutra. His appetite gets him in places you don't want to be. And those toes might be biting off more than they could chew. Hangry's gotta hunt vicious beasts on dangerous worlds, keep his cravings under control, and get the cargo back here to Gutra's Diner, the new spot in our shiny Zeta City. When you are in here, keep a sharp eye on the goons hanging around. They got ways of dealing with troublemakers. So, watch what you eat, if you know what I mean.
All right.
A Yakuza legend with a broom. Okay.
Hey man, don't knock the broom.
Is that from Paradise Killer, right? That's a neat game.
This kind of feels like some kind of like a Persona knockoff.
Yeah.
But you know, Monster's all in on that music.
It's right. I actually dig this art too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that one.
Okay, so apparently your truck riding companion can turn into a frickin' cruise missile.
That was a pinky.
Cool.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, excuse me. Why do they have to play the Xbox logo twice? I don't get it.
They did it twice because
Remember us,
in
guys.
case you forgot the
Yeah.
first time.
Please buy an Xbox.
Oh, these are multiple games. Okay, never mind. I'm like, this game looks like it's doing too much. No, wait.
Return of the sizzle. I love a sizzle reel.
Didn't see anything that's the rewinder.
I'll save the best for last. How bad do you want this game to just be like him putting tapes in a VCR? Or like cassettes in a cassette deck? Like, we're rewinding. Oh.
Just one after the other now.
That
Oh,
was a
or
look at the
not.
upcoming indie games Tales of Iron 2, Hangry, Promise Mascot Agency, and a ton of upcoming releases from Gamera games, which will all be hitting Game Pass day one. The Rewinder is available on Xbox Game Pass as of, well, today, so keep an eye out for it. And coming up, a closer look at something Xbox is partnering with called the Ay Initiative. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Triple I. You know, like AAA, but with I for indie. I'm sure that doesn't really like roll off the tongue like ay. Well, here's an informative video to hopefully set the record straight.
Excuse me, I'll be right back. I need Tylenol. You guys are giving me a headache.
It's like they grabbed the new guy, the really annoying receptionist who only works part-time, and the manager that's been looking for another job for the last 6 months. That's who you got as your hosts.
You're not far off.
What?
Vampire Survivors Operation Guns?
Let's go.
Flintlock? I've been interested in this one.
Another Souls-like?
Yeah, I've been gravitating towards them lately.
Ooh, excuse me. Jeepers. Streets of Rogue?
Streets of
Heard
Rogue
this
cool.
one.
Yeah.
Death Must Die looks like another roguelike.
I'm alright with that. What?
That looks like a lot going on there.
Yeah. Still making Cat Quest, hey?
Seen a few content creators play the original that one on stream.
I I wish I liked Brotato more.
That was a look at some of the featured games from the III Initiative, all of them coming soon to Xbox. Next up, we're checking out an action RPG that is
You have
players
to do the
embarking on a
walk-in.
nice,
Yeah,
relaxing
next up.
vacation in the
What,
Austrian
double?
Alps.
My lovely vacations don't usually involve dungeons, personally, but who am I to judge? Let's do some sightseeing in Dungeons of Hinterberg.
Yeah. I'm excited for this one.
I don't think I've heard of this one yet.
I don't either. But
They showed it at Summer Games Fest, I believe.
very simplistic art style. It's like another puzzler of some sort.
Yeah, I'm all for Zelda puzzles like this. Nice.
Another one going on Monsters list.
You can book your trip to tour the Dungeons of
It's already on
Hinterberg
there.
today.
Gamer's gonna
It's
game.
now available for pre-order.
Yeah.
Up next, most survival games require players to collect materials and harvest resources so they can craft stuff to defend themselves. This next one, not so much. In fact, you don't even have to push any buttons. Here's what's coming next to the horrifyingly addictive indie smash hit Vampire Survivors. Check it out.
Let's go.
I never played the original, but I've heard some good things about it.
It's fucking incredible.
Quadruple A update is our most ambitious yet.
Our quadruple A update.
Hyper-realistic holiday-themed characters. Immersive door-opening action.
Oh my god.
Genre-defining kart racing.
What?
Fully rendered running animations. Laboratory update out now.
It's rumored Castlevania for a long time. I wonder if this is what this is going to be. Nope.
Duke Nukem.
Just kind of look like the guys from Contra.
It is going to be Contra, isn't it? It is totally
Oh my
Contra.
god, it's a Contra crossover? Ah, swish. Yeah, there it is.
Awesome.
Oh man, I think I just found myself a new game to play.
Real affordable.
From Contra Hardcore. I never played Contra Hardcore.
And that's a wrap on this year's ID at Xbox Showcase, but we're not finished just yet. Although the showcase part of the ID at Xbox Showcase is coming to a close, that doesn't mean we don't have more to showcase you. That sounded weird. Either way,
What?
we showed you a bunch of awesome games today, but now it's time to actually play them.
Up next, we're taking a deeper dive into some of the awesome games for today's ID at Xbox. Astor, Blade of the Monolith, and Hangry, the ARPG that mixes food and violence.
See, Trailers are great, but we can't wait to show you how those games actually play. And after those game demos, be sure to stick around for our official Podcast Unlocked post-show, breaking down all the biggest announcements, reveals, and trailers we showed you on ID at Xbox today. Oh, and if you want to get your hands on some awesome upcoming games, catch even more trailers, hang out with the IGN crew in person, and check out new reveals from some of the biggest names in games and entertainment, IGN Live is the place to be.
IGN Live is happening this June 7th through 9th at the Magic Box in Los Angeles, and we want to see you there. Head on down to ign.com/live for more info and to get your tickets before they're gone.
I'll be there. Thanks for watching this year's ID at Xbox Showcase.
Thanks for warning us.
Keep watching for more Hangry, Astor Blade of the Monolith, and of course, our Podcast Unlocked post-show. Stick around.
I think we're going to be good here.
Yeah, I think that should
ID
do.
at Xbox is presented.
Okay.
All right, so now that we've gotten the indie showcase out of the way, what are your guys' thoughts? I know you guys are a little bit more into the Xbox stuff than I am, but I think Vampire Survivors is definitely one I'm going to keep an eye out for because that looked like a lot of fun. Plus Contra, I mean that's a big seller right for me right there.
And really soon, like update already. That's awesome. And then what was it, May 9th? For
I think so.
For the Contra stuff, and their DLC is like I think the base game is like $8, and
Yeah,
every DLC
that's-
I've purchased for it has been like $2.
Or it's on Game Pass for
Yeah.
anyone that has Game Pass.
Do you get the whole DLC bundle with the Game Pass?
You have to buy the DLC separate.
Oh,
If
okay.
yeah, it's not included with Game Pass.
Yeah.
And coming to
I-
PlayStation this summer. They're finally putting it on PlayStation.
I might just wait for it until then.
Yeah.
Or play it on PC.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's that too.
The one that stood out for me is that Fera, like that Monster Hunter one with like flying around with friends, like co-op survival RPG. Oh, that one seems a little bit more up my alley. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. Hangry looked interesting as well, but I got a feeling the combat's going to get very repetitive very quick.
I mean, repetitive nature. I play Vampire Survivors. You're really just moving your analog stick, so
Yeah.
I thought that thing looked like there was some jank. Like it kind of looked half baked.
Yeah, the rest
I
of
don't
that list. Yeah, the rest of that list look. There is a lot of twisted stuff coming out. That's for sure. I was definitely shaking my head at quite a bit of it. But I mean, the 33 of Immortals, that one definitely looks like a lot of fun. Obviously,
Yeah.
If you heard me before, I already signed up for it and already got the email for getting into the closed beta. So we'll definitely give that one a go and see how that feels. But Jackbox Naughty Pack,
awesome.
yeah, Jackbox Naughty
Jackbox.
Pack is. It's a shame that one's not. I like that one's definitely not going to be streamable in any way, shape, or form, unless you like live stream on OnlyFans or something. I don't know, but the TikTokers outside of US will enjoy it. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what the ramifications are going to be for that though. Like, I mean, is there really going to be people banned for playing that one? Like,
Well, it depends on the content. Like I said, when it comes to Twitch's terms of service, I imagine YouTube's is probably the same, if not stricter. But I know with Twitch's terms of service, if the main focus of the game is nudity, it's banned.
I mean, it's only got an M rating, right? Like it's still and not to count out nudity in an M rating because it's still very much so possible. But I don't know.
Hard to say. I guess it's all going to depend on the content, what's in it. Dungeons of Hinterberg. I was initially interested if it's just a puzzler. I don't know. I know
There's combat.
Oh,
There's
is there?
combat.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they showed it in the first trailer.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there is combat.
Yeah,
It's
just going
Zelda-esque.
through the list here. It's Zelda.
And,
Okay.
and like
that's fair.
proper Zelda. Like let's not get crazy open world. Like Maverick,
Sulfur.
yeah, I'll play Sulfur.
Yeah, Sulfur was another one that looked interesting. And I am trying to get into more indie games, by the way, too. So this is a good thing for me to watch. That was the first-person shooter.
Yeah,
one, by
that
the
one
way.
that one was kind of interesting to me too. I don't know. I don't know if I'd get into it, but the fact that it is a first-person shooter and it looked as smooth as it did, actually, I don't know.
I would still like to
piqued
see
my interest a bit.
There's a couple of first-person shooters I'd like to see you try. Halo still being one of them.
Yeah, he's really on you for Halo.
Halo had its opportunity. That bus is long gone.
Keep on going to Call of Duty then, right? Just keep
Actually, I'm not even getting into Call of Duty anymore.
No?
No, I'm very much disenfranchised with it after these last couple. I've given it chance after chance to try and win me over again, but
I think it's for me for the
maybe this next one.
No. the biggest thing for me is they won't solve that. They do nothing about the cheater problem. They say they do, and yet it's still prevalent.
The last one I skipped just for like, I know it's weird. I'm a campaign guy when it comes to Call of Duty. I basically play the campaign. That's it. 5-hour long campaign. You're not getting my $90.
That's another one that kind of struck me the wrong way too. Is how short the campaign was.
Like I wanted, and the thing, like I wanted to find out what the rest of the story was like. I wanted to see what happens. But it's like I'm not willing to pay $90 for that game. 20 maybe. 90 not a chance.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate because Yulian Kastov did an amazing job with Makarov's character. Like he was a fantastic casting choice for Makarov, and they did him dirty like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, I also don't justify like $90 to 5 hours, right? Like Hellblade's going to be short.
But that'll be on Game Pass, right?
And you're right, and I think that one's actually reduced price. I think it's $60 instead of 90. But like I've never judged length of a game in terms of quality for money spent. So I don't know. And Call of Duty's just like entire package. Like they're never looking at it like you just get the campaign. Like no, you get the multiplayer suite. You get zombies or whatever their mode is each year.
Yeah.
But I will harp on that the same way that I harp on Madden. That could all be done with an update for the multiplayer. Like, just maybe pay for a cheap update, sure. But I mean, you're not really adding anything else to the game. Like they added zombies? That was basically it last year. But
because Warzone's still free.
Yeah. It always will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always going to be free. I think that's watching these, it's like the most traditional, this is what indie is. It's just, I don't know if that's the full picture of what you should see. Even though stuff like All You Need Is Help, I think looked really, really cool.
But well, you're also really big into Tetris and puzzling though as well. So I mean,
like I
get
think
that for
new
sure.
And quirky is great, but some other stuff like Tales of Iron 2, like there's a Tales of Iron. Where have I been?
Yeah.
and even then, when you say Souls, like it's the hotness of those platformers now, right? Like you look at Hollow Knight's success, and like we got to do that.
Yeah,
but they did it really good. Actually, I'm looking at the comment section of this ID at Xbox, and it was literally, "Where is Silksong?" Every time indie games come up, it's always like they're gonna show it, and they don't. So I actually think that'll be Summer Games Fest.
Actually, that's kind of what this Tales of Iron kind of feels. It's like Hollow Knight meets Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah,
especially with that art style.
Yeah,
but like I mean, I'm getting more Vampire Survivors. That's awesome. Outside of that, Commandos,
and it's got another person interested in it. That's you know. What else?
Commandos look cool.
I think Centum was that really dark and twisted.
That point
like nightmarish. What else we got here? Keylocker. That was that turn-based cyberpunk, that tactical cyberpunk looking one. I don't know about that one. I mean, I like turn-based. I like tacticals. That one I feel might be. I don't know. It seems like it's too much for me. What else we had? We had the new pals for Palworld.
Like they've said like they're not going to be as fast as everyone else at putting out content. But if your content in the summer is 4 new pals.
Yeah.
Like you had a smash success on your hands, and if you're giving them 4 pals, I don't know. I don't know. Granted, what I played of that is a game not for me, and I think Survival Craft is where Fera lost me, and it being more Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is just.
I did try to get into Monster Hunter, and I had a hard time getting into it as well. So I'm there with you.
It just was never my style of game. I tried
I don't know.
There was that
this
free
one I'm going to try.
What was that? What was that free to play one called? Is it Relentless?
Oh, Dauntless.
Or Dauntless, yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Also, not for me.
Yeah, I tried it out because I think there was an open beta for it, and I enjoyed it for about the first 45 minutes, and then that's when I realized, I'm like, okay, we just do the exact same thing over and over and over again. Oh, look, now I can craft one item. Now I have to go repeat that fight 7 times to get the other pieces to my set.
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
Where
that one
the
fell off a
content
cliff
as much
for
as you
me.
can.
Yeah, that one fell off a cliff for me, unfortunately.
Well,
Stampede Racing Royale? I'll play it. I'll try it.
Yeah.
Battle Royale Kart
I'm
Racer?
a racing guy.
Well, and
but the Battle Royale part intrigues me.
I'm sure that a lot of these games, they just haven't confirmed it yet, will be going on Game Pass. So there's really no reason not to try it for those that have Game Pass.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are a few that are piquing my interest, and I'm excited to check some of them out. Like Astor looked really good, looked like a lot of fun. Stampede, there's a few on the list, and I'm kind of excited to be able to expand what I typically play as well. Like I don't know, as I said, like I'm happy that a lot of some of these indie developers aren't pulling away completely from Xbox as well, because there was some concern and some talk that there's just no interest in it. I do think that some of these will end up eventually making their way over to PlayStation or will launch on PlayStation as well.
Yeah.
Some of them may
But
even
we
day
just
and
don't
date.
have confirmation. Yeah.
Like they choose the games to put on their show, right? Like PlayStation does the same thing too. Like, hey, I'm gonna show you Metal Gear, but it's clearly coming out on both machines on that day.
Yeah.
So what's the next showcase to come up?
I think it's a PlayStation showcase is next.
And that would be at the end of next month.
I believe so.
It was like May 20th or May 24th, something around there.
Yeah, let me check.
It's like my favorite time of year. Like I miss traditional E3 just because the week block was so easy to deal with.
Yeah.
But now that everyone does their own thing and has to separate as far as they can from one another. But
We don't have a day yet. They're just saying May.
Okay.
Yeah. But we do have a couple that are coming up. I know that we'll want to do the PlayStation State of Play. I'm sure that there'll eventually be an Xbox Direct with like first party games that will be
they said they're
coming as well.
In
I
June.
think that is in June. Yeah.
Yep.
Which means there'll be a Nintendo one.
Ubisoft Forward in June as well. And then the Summer Games Fest. Yeah.
They're not showing me Just Dance, and there's no point in me watching Ubisoft Forward.
Ubisoft Forward, we'll have to have a discussion about and see if that's something that we want to visit on doing a reaction to, or if we're going to touch base on doing the news for that one, because I believe the Summer Games Fest is happening that same week.
Yep, they all tie in.
So, yeah.
Keighley brings them all together. I mean, Ubisoft will have Star Wars will get one more crack at it for press stuff. God knows what Assassin's Creed they're going to show us. Division Heartland is still a video game that is going to be free for everyone.
Is that the mobile one?
It is now going to console as well, Heartland. Okay. Yeah, but you're right. That's what I always thought too. Is it the mobile division? But no, Heartland still seems to be a planned game for video game boxes.
Assassin's Creed, just going back to the Ubisoft, I believe.
We could get past Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed Red is the one that we're expected, I think, this year. which is
Right.
the one that's based out of China, like based in Japan. Pardon me. But
Embarrassing, I know. Like I follow it and I hate it. I hate it so much. I hope Star Wars does well though. I really
Same.
like you really don't want to see them blow it with Star Wars. So
especially for a game that's not centered around Jedi and Sith for once.
I'm almost kind of relieved that they're not doing one that's based off of Jedi and Sith, just because there's so many of them that are out there right now that focuses on them. Not that there's a problem with that. I have a lot of fun with those types of games, but to have one focused on smugglers, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, there was supposed to be a bounty hunter related one too that got canceled though, didn't it?
1313.
Yeah, there was supposed to be one like based off the Mandalorian, from what I understood. But
then,
yeah, that one's been scrapped.
Don't blow it. Massive's doing it. The Quarter Division, like that team is making Outlaws. So I'll play it. I'll get that subscription to play it.
Yeah, you'll get it 3 days early too with the subscription.
Oh, all the perks of Ubisoft Plus.
Yeah.
Me, I just paid for gold.
Of Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
Yeah, I just paid for gold.
Like I'll just get the $100 edition.
Yeah.
160 after $160 version.
Yeah, that pricing scheme is Nelly.
But you gotta understand, the thing is, I'm always getting the DLCs when it comes to those like Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft games, with the exception of Skull and Bones. I've seen that and I was like, what a massive pile of crap. And I knew it wasn't going to be good as soon as it was like, oh yeah, they're not going to be able to leave the ship. It was, what are you guys doing? But I'm always picking up the DLCs, and I enjoy them, especially with the Assassin's Creed series. I know that I get ridiculed by Monster.
Why even buy a DLC? They're just going to ship you another one for $90 the next year. They got you. They got you.
By the short and curlies.
That's right. You want to talk about voting with your wallet? They got you. They're like, oh, we can put out 6 DLCs in between a year. We got Agent Maverick.
There's 4 with Valhalla. 4.
That's insane.
And the latest one was supposed to be a DLC as well, but then it was like it's gotten too big. We're just going to release it. We're just going to release it as a full game.
And you pay for it.
At least that one was discounted.
Oh,
great.
Yeah, it wasn't a full price. That one wasn't a full price game, and there was no DLCs for that one. Thank God.
Oh man.
Yeah, summer's gonna be interesting. Like, it's a slower year than last year. I feel like
it definitely feels like it. Like it's like I've always been kind of keeping an eye on, like it's like what's coming up for 2024, and kind of looking through that list. I'm like, there's nothing really a whole lot that's kind of been piquing my interest.
As I said, I got a feeling something's going to come out, like be announced either next month or in June, where it's going to knock our socks off, and one of those games will end up being Game of the Year. Is what I'm expecting to happen.
I'm expecting to be a millionaire tomorrow morning, but
you too.
Rebirth was a great game so far for me. Is my favorite game of the year. Rise of the Ronin was a disappointment. I'm absolutely enjoying Stellar Blade right now, but I do not feel that Stellar Blade is Game of the Year material. Its combat's a lot of fun. I'm having fun exploring. There's a ton to do. I'm having a blast with it. You have abilities that you're unlocking abilities and unlocking double jump. But I don't feel that it's going to be a contender for Game of the Year. It may get a nomination because people are enjoying it, but I feel that it's that game because of the controversy that's floating around it. It's getting review bombed, and then people,
There's 2 of those reviews.
Yeah.
The game is doing fine. absolutely fine review-wise. In the 80s is great. That's doing great.
I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it.
Like, to
An
say
8
review
is probably about
bombed,
right.
there's 2 of those reviews in aggregate scores that are, oh, why does it have to be a sexy woman? They're entitled to that review. They get buried in the aggregate, though. Like, everyone else who sees it for what it is saying Stellar Blade's great.
Yeah.
I wish I could have enjoyed it more, but
I
also
just
not
don't think
playing it. So
I don't think it's going to be Game of the Year material. That's all I'm saying.
if you look at short lists now, like I think you guys are right. Like, I think Rebirth, easy front runner. Haven't played it, but I mean, everything I hear is this is the thing that you want to be playing this year. I think Dragon's Dogma 2. The more people are playing it, the more they're really, really liking it. It doesn't matter.
The price point on that one kind of threw me away from it a little bit, because I think it started at like $95.
Yeah. I mean, will Indiana Jones be the hit? Maybe. Could be.
Yeah.
I saw some jank in there too. I'm excited to play it, but that whip stuff was wild. Some of that whip stuff looked crazy.
Yeah. All I know is that the upcoming showcases, I think, are going to be probably going to give us a lot more meat to chew on, especially for later on the year by the time the award show comes around. So
yeah, like, I mean, there's stuff that is getting close, like Black Myth Wukong. That's getting close. Other big release, Hellblades.
Yeah.
Out May in this month. So
yeah, I think May 26th. I think is when Hellblade's coming out.
I mean, Helldivers is also one we should have probably said in that Game of the Year conversation.
Yeah,
I think it gets a nod. Honestly,
I really think it will too.
I think Helldivers definitely gets.
As I said before, best community support for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I even throw out best multiplayer game too
for Hellblade 2, May 21st, and I think that one I could see being more likely to be getting a nomination for Game of the Year over Stellar Blade, to be honest. But it is a slow year.
There is a few titles that can definitely hit that list.
Metal Gear is going to ship. Apparently, Delta's coming out this year.
And Silent Hill 2 remake.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm excited for that one. But there's a lot to discuss, and there's going to be a lot of content for us to go over and share with everyone as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, we can keep going with these reaction videos and share our thoughts and opinions and kind of share what we think later on with some of these games. But for me, there wasn't anything in this case that really knocked my socks off, but I'm excited to try some of these out.
Yeah. Kind of the same way.
Did you not hear that song for Times and Galaxy? What are you talking about? Your socks weren't knocked off. I mean, I don't know what you do. I don't even know what you do in that video game, but that song was.
Well, all right. Let's discuss more with the next showcase. Let's get into this PlayStation 1 here next month, and I think we'll have more to talk, a lot more to talk about then.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think this is where we can wrap it up here. So thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of the Level 1 Lounge podcast. Again, big thank you to Monster Hospital for joining us again. Always love having you on board. If you guys want to see more of Monster Hospital, don't forget to make sure you check out his podcast, the In My House Wrestling podcast. You can find that information in the description below. You can also catch Agent Maverick over on Twitch. He is currently streaming his run through of Stellar Blade, so make sure you guys check him out there. And as for me, you guys can also check me out over on Twitch. I am completing my hard mode playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and trying to go for that platinum trophy. So with that being said, thank you all again very much for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next level, and until next time, take care, everyone.